right? Because like we touch on your athlete side, on your mindset, on the things that you do to set you apart. I mean, for God's sake, you're a world champion. I mean, incredible, right? So what are those things that you took over on your business side? And tell us a little bit, like, what are you doing to help? Because I'm very interested. You teach something like very specific. And when we talk about, and I remember, when we kind of exchanged some messages, or what I saw was at least 6 figures teaching this thing that is very specific. And when we talk with a lot of businesses and people that come to us with like, hey, how do I monetize? How do I monetize my thing? And we go like, go niche. And we had that same problem, right? Oh no, that's not gonna be enough. So I want you to tell us, like, what do you do? What do you teach now? And how did that like became a thing?
Yeah. So what we do a lot of different things, right? So, and I'm going to keep it very basic for a moment, and then I'm going to get into big picture stuff. So if you're an athlete, if you have a name, even if you don't spend a few years building brand, build brand, deliver value, don't ask for anything, don't charge for anything. You can't come at people with a price before you produce a product, right? So take time, build brand up front, 100%. I spent 10 years in the rodeo industry building my brand. I knew that I wanted to transition at some point into personal motivation, personal inspiration. And I thought, why don't 2 years ago, I start doing these motivational videos, start writing more, do blog style posts on IG, and just see where it goes. Yeah. Well, I mean, it blew up. I mean, I went from maybe 50,000 followers to, 12,000 on IG. I got to 450,000, I think, on Facebook. Yeah. But I never asked for anything. I never asked for a dime. I was building brand. I was providing value year in and year out, and I just didn't ask for anything. Now, once you've provided that value, then it's okay to ask for, to offer something. You really don't have to ask, just offer it. Yeah. Make sure the offer is structured the right way, right? Make sure you understand your audience and what you're offering fits the audience, and you can use psychological triggers to pull that offer out of people. I'm in a sports environment, so if I deliver a product that helps on mindset, that creates productivity in the arena, I can sell the crap out of that.
Yeah.
If I'm teaching people, how to swing a rope and how to throw a rope to urban people, that's going to be difficult. That's a cold audience. You got to, and anybody out there, if you haven't read, .com secrets, expert secrets, any of traffic secrets, copywriting, any of that stuff, yeah, you got to read it because it's really, really good. I started my whole journey because I had hundreds of people messaging me saying, man, can you train my kid? Can you help my kid? And I'm like, no, I can't, because my time's so valuable. And I'm already 200 and some days a year on the road. And if I take the days I am home and give it to you, then I'm not training, then I'm not with my family, and everything falls apart. I'm like, how can I do this? How can I do this? And I decided, and we have other business. We have a belt buckle company. We own real estate, have rental properties, have a lot of other things. But I'm like, how do I do it? And I ran across on YouTube Gary V. And I don't know Gary V. Like, I listened to Gary V the first time. I'm like, this guy's an ass. I don't like this guy. He's so stupid. But then I run across him again, and he said something really smart. And he was like, I don't care if you want to do anything in the world. It's the internet, dick. Like that. And I'm like, duh, it's the internet. And so I'm like, and then I see this ad by Russell Brunson. It was like talking about his Expert Secrets book. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, all right, well, I'm going to buy this. It took me 6 months to figure out how to build a landing page. I would get up at 5 a.m. every single day. I'd work on digital media for 2 to 3 hours before my day started. So I didn't take out of my training. I didn't take away from my family time. I didn't take away from my other businesses. Wow. Within 10 months at working 2 hours, about 2 to 2.5 hours a week on my digital business, I did over $100,000 in sales. And wow. there is no like products, like it's all info products. Yeah. And I don't care if you're a carpenter or you're a real estate agent or what you do, man, you can go online with your business. There's so many tools. If you're willing to get your ass kicked for about 6 months, go to events and meet people. You can find people to help you, but you can build a landing page. You can connect it to ClickFunnels. You can build a funnel. You can build a course out on Kajabi or Members Pro or whatever you want to do. And you can start selling what you have. And it's so much fun. Like it's,
I think that's so much fun. I think that's a big element too. Cause you know, I mean, 6 months, you know, 2 hours before everybody gets up, right? Like it has to be fun too. I mean, obviously you grew up with a different background too of like the working, the hustle, like the work hard environment. So you add that mentality to, I'm doing something that is providing value, that is solving a problem. And on top of that, I'm having a blast. I mean, who wouldn't do that, right? And I feel like a lot of people have trouble trying to find that thing. So it took you a second to find it, like, and it was like, I feel like it was in front of you this whole time.
it was, it totally was. It was in front of me because the people were telling me what they wanted, but I just didn't know how to get it to them because I'm a cowboy. I can barely open an email. How the heck am I supposed to develop something online to sell to hundreds and thousands of people? Like, how is that even going to happen? Well, I just started walking. Like I just started chipping and crawling. I learned one thing. I built my first landing page myself. It sucked. It was terrible. Then I met somebody who was in the industry by putting a post on Instagram.
Yeah.
And then he introduced me to somebody else. Then I hired that guy full time. But it's important to know that every time I have a business or I start a business, that business has to pay for itself. I do not pull money from my other businesses to fund this business or that business or any business. From the beginning, it has to make money, right?
Yep.
And once I got rolling, I've got 2 people that are on full-time staff. You know, my digital guy, which he builds my funnel, he builds my land, he does all that stuff now. And then I have a customer service lady, but it made money from the beginning. It wasn't like my real estate stuff where I had to invest like $200,000 to make 5% a year. You know what I mean? Like now that I know about the digital media stuff, it's like, I've loved real estate my whole life. I love it. It's great. There's a lot of tax benefits and write-offs and things that are associated with it, but damn it, you got to borrow a lot of money and it's difficult to get rolling. Whereas this immediately, bam, immediately. I mean, I remember the first time I made like $30, my first sale, and it went through my Stripe account and it automatically got downloaded to my bank account. I'm like, I didn't do anything. Like I have this video and these people love this video and they paid me for this video. Like once I shot it, I had like $50 in shooting the video or something. And it sold like hundreds of times. Like it would, to me, it was like another light switch went off in my head that, and I'm like, why isn't my brother doing this?